Well, there's been some very good movement in the Senate. It was voted out of committee a couple weeks ago. What this means is, I think the next stop is the floor of the Senate, which hopefully be soon, and then off to the House. From a bigger standpoint, and the president has weighed in here. The vice president did an event last week at the White House, putting their support behind this. The bigger picture is all about getting more spectrum and freeing up more spectrum. We know that right now the demand on spectrum, on the explosion of use of smartphones and tablets and other mobile devices is causing incredible innovation and excitement in the economy. It's leading to new jobs and to keeping America ahead competitively in the world. The challenge is the demand side is, we fear, outstripping the supply side, and we refer to it as a spectrum crunch, where you have so much demand, so much excitement, so much use, whether it's for economic purposes and creating new jobs, or for healthcare, or for education, that if we keep up at this pace, that the demand will outstrip the supply. We know a few interesting facts. One, 2 years ago there was no tablet market. This year there's going to be 55 million tablets sold worldwide. The smartphones you use versus your old wireless phones uses 25 more times more demand on the spectrum infrastructure. Tablets, 140 times more demand on the infrastructure. So because of apps and people using broadband to access the internet on their mobile devices and all the other wonderful parts of the ecosystem, there's just so much demand. In order to keep up in deployment to meet the growing demand, we know we have to keep increasing the supply, and one of the things we have to increase supply of are the towers and other antenna that obviously, when you're on your phone or using your iPad or other tablet, that it connects to. And we've all experienced drop calls, and we know that can be frustrating, and part of that has to do with having enough antenna up in communities, so that making sure the antennas are in the right places and there are enough of them. One of the challenges you brought up is tower siting, is getting up those towers or putting new shingles on existing towers, if you're going from 3G to 4G. And we know a lot of municipalities, that there are plenty of issues out there that are raised, whether it's environmental or health concerns and others, and those concerns have to be addressed. But we also shouldn't, I think it's really important that municipalities find a way to move fast here. We can't afford, and we believe we just can't afford, to let time be the enemy. And hold back innovation. Our first goal is to work with municipalities, and we've done certain things, like we put an order through on called Shot Clock, which puts a certain amount of time and says to a municipality, listen, please just make a decision on a permit to put up a new tower or hang a new shingle in a certain number of days, and if not, reject it, so that we can get an appeal going, keep the process moving. Right. And I think that's what we want to do. You know, our job is not to railroad municipalities, and obviously a lot of local governments have concerns, but our job is to find a way to try to speed up this process so that we can keep up with the innovation.